What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with Meta Week Day 6? Day 6. And, you know, I thought it would be a good idea, because we're kind of reaching the end of this little mini-series, to do some more best of 3 action, because I did have a lot of fun with that in the Rakdos mid-range deck from a few days ago. And so I've gone back into Untapped here to look at some more metadata. Get a little full screen action here. And as you can see, I've already narrowed it down to Mythic, best of 3. And I wanted to go with the second option here, Temur Control. It's, you know, sticks around all the way from Platinum, where it's actually either got the top win rate. And Jeskai Hinata, even though it's the most played one in the format, it never quite registers the win rates that people, I guess, are hoping to have with it. I'm assuming it's riding on like this wave of success from, you know, the tournament results, but you're either like a freaking Paulo Vitor Dama de Rosa, or it's obviously quite difficult to pilot, and the win rates here on Untapped reflect that. But yeah, Temur Control sticking around as the top dog in terms of diamond, and only gets displaced by Rakdos mid-range right here in the top Mythic rank. But still, clearly a very strong deck. There's a couple of versions here, but nothing much changes. It's really like slight sideboard tech differences. I like this one here where the guy's running a sneaky one of Bankbuster in the main and some Prismari commands. This one is a little bit more heavy on the removal with 3 Dragon's Fires. Here there's only one Abrade, the Dragon's Fires in the side here, but I don't know, I just found this version to be more to my liking. There's also a sneaky one of Koma in the main instead of having them both in the side here. Also, this version only runs one of Hullbreaker Horror. Anything with less Hullbreaker Horrors is good for me, even if it's me playing it. So we're going to go with the second one over here. And I've already copied it into my client. So let's, without further ado, jump into tonight's brew. I've got a little best of 1 version over here that I will keep for the end, so stick around. But Meta Week Day 6, Temur Control, best of 3. Wow, what a brew. The first thing that jumps up to me is the mana base. Honestly, like, it seems like there's just not enough basics, and there's a possibility that you'll get destroyed by certain decks, but there's obviously not much of that going on right now in the format, and because it's Temur, of course, you got to go a little bit heavy on the pathways and things, but this seems just a little bit excessive to me. We'll see how it ends up playing. In testing, I won the first match 2-0, and then the second one I won 1, lost 1, won 1. So doing pretty well so far with it. The game I lost is against Mono Black Turgrid. It was terrible. But yeah, things to note here is that they're clearly relying more on the counter spells than on the removal. So there's quite a plethora of counters, and even more options here in the side with Disdainful Stroke against certain decks, Negate, a sneaky one of Tested Talents. Yeah, then there is a sweeper. It's here. You can bring it in. I find it interesting that there's all these Bankbusters, even though we've already got Expressive Iteration. Like, when is the situation that you bring in the Bankbusters? Not entirely sure. And then there's these 2 Torch Breaths, which I haven't played with yet. Sort of like a, you know, you can just dump all your mana into it and make a huge fire spell. Can't be countered. And it can go creature or planeswalker. And it'll, you know, I guess there are some blue targets in the format. Rafine is got blue in it, so this would cost 2 less against Rafine. But I guess just in general, like, whether you're targeting a blue thing or not, like, it can't be countered, and you can dump all your mana into it. We might have a lot of treasures with the Goldspan and things. This could be pretty nice to bring in against certain matchups. We'll have to test it out. But yeah, that's the deck. We're obviously trying to do Goldspan things. Copy Goldspan with the Kiki-Jiki, copy Titan with the Kiki-Jiki, play a Koma, you know, counter everything the opponent plays, be very annoying with what is essentially an Izzet shell that just happens to be splashing some green for some crazy top end. Temur Control, best of 3, Meta Week, Day 6. Let's jump into some games. Best of 3. As usual at this point in the video is when I like to do a little bit of self-promotion, so if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, kindly consider doing so. We are well on our way to the next milestone of 800 subs, at which point another giveaway is going to be triggered. I'm going to be giving away double the amount of boosted packs as the ones that were given away in the previous giveaway, so if you do want to stand a chance to win some boosters, then subscribe. Of course, if you could like the video, leave a comment. Those things really help me out a lot, and it's free and easy to do. And of course, join the Discord community if you'd like to. There's a link in the description down below. Sure, I'll keep it. Oh, this fan is vibrating the desk a lot, and I hope you guys can't hear it. But it's so hot. It is so hot. This heat wave in Europe is some of the gnarliest temperatures I've experienced in this climate. Honestly. Ooh, Goldspan, nice. Looks like Temur ramp, so we will want to try and snag their guy here if at all possible. There's no counter spell there, so I'm just going to lead with Goldspan, and if they try and Fading Hope, we at least get additional treasure. That's pretty groovy, I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty damn groovy. Against this matchup, I think we're probably bringing in some pretty serious, like, Disdainful Strokes, I guess. Just more counter spells, less removal. Our removal doesn't line up against anything that they're really going to be threatening us with. That is a welcome sight. Fortunately now he'll know we don't have any counter magic, but that's okay. I mean, the only thing I really worry about now is that big giant that bounces all of our stuff to our hand. It's not the end of the world. Okay, Zone Titan. I guess you'll get rid of my Kiki Jiki. Does not get rid of the Kiki Jiki. Goes for shield counter. We've also got the Hall. We should be okay to win here. Even if he plays out the Titan. Which he doesn't have the mana for. Whew. Okay. So, this removal is all completely useless, right? I mean, really, like, there's no point in running this stuff. full counterspell package. I guess one test of talents can't help. Can't hurt. Feels like very similar strategy, just different ways of getting there. Game 2 is always a little bit more funky. Like, he now knows what I've got going. He's seen my deck very clearly do what it's supposed to do, so he knows exactly my strategy. I'm assuming he brought in some counter magic of his own. Dryad. Rampy. More rampy. 4, 5, 6. Assuming you would really like to get some blue lands going here. Double Stomper. That is bad. Oh. Not quite sure why I attacked with that. So I'm trying to get to a Titan sooner than he is, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. Oh, that's GG. Game 2. Those topiary stompers really got me. Play him out. Be like, yep. We had a Goldspan. Don't know about that, huh? That second match didn't feel good at all. Just got completely owned. Try to bring in a tiny bit more removal. Triple Fable. Maybe he's got the Boseiju. This card is so good, by the way. Can you believe it? Can you actually believe it? The level of this luck. Wow. Okay, should we get rid of these stompers now? I think we're gonna get as much treasure as we can. It's a pity about this Jiki, but we've got another one coming. It's a pity we can't play our Goldspan, but that Titan is not coming down. Woo! Justice prevails. Justice prevails. I think a third Goldspan might be overkill. And we'll get our, you know, because we're casting a 5 or greater next turn. Copies my Goldspan. Wowza. Well, he doesn't know I have a backup in hand. Holy cannoli, mate. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, mate. Like, actually insane. Actually freaking ridiculous. Lol. I still win, don't I? Very nice try, like bringing in all those copy cards, the undercover operative and the mimic. Very nice deck, but ultimately Goldspan Dragon. Alright, so that's match number 1. Felt pretty damn good, to be honest. Felt pretty damn good. Just as it was in testing. But now, I've learned from my mistake. I don't have time to jump into a second match. It just takes too long, and I risk, running into some terrible matchups. I think we really got to showcase everything that the deck's supposed to do there against that opponent. We were countering everything at the perfect time somehow. Got quite lucky. We never quite landed a Koma, but we did the thing. We were getting ready to copy some stuff with Fables. Yeah, all in all, like, I think this is a very strong deck. I think this is a very strong deck, obviously. I mean, it's got some of the most overpowered cards in the format. It's just interesting to see how it's lining up well in best of 3 against things like Jeskai Hinata. And somehow just getting beaten a little bit out by Rakdos midrange. But overall, were I to make this into a best of 1 deck, as I've been doing now as little thoughts experiments over the last couple of videos, I've got over here, already ready, my best of 1 BrewLabified version. And as you can see, it's slightly different. There's a little bit more removal for best of 1. Gone up 1 Fading Hope, so up to 3, and down 1 Jwari. We still have the Expressive Iteration. I kept 1 Prismari Command. I did sneak in the 1 Koma, because there was a best of 1 version that was floating around on Untapped, and I just, it was running the 4 Titans, and I thought, let's learn from the best of 3 and bring in a Koma, and it's been great in testing. I think a good idea would be to bring in one of those sweepers, maybe just cut 1 Goldspan and bring in the sweeper that we were just running. It comes in pretty clutch sometimes against aggro. And then we've got a slightly different mana base where I've actually just put in one of each of the basics. Just felt a little bit safer that way. And decreased a little bit of the duels so that I could also fit in a Field of Ruin. But otherwise, pretty much exactly as the best of 3, just without the sideboard. So yeah, my reasoning was a little bit more removal for the aggro matchup. A little bit more bounce. Yeah, and less counter spells that have to do with the opponent casting non-creature spells, because we don't have, in Bust of 1, it's going to be mostly borrow, so we're going to be trying to make this appear in Jwari more than the Negate. But they do still run the, the burn spells that they run, so Negate's still pretty nice against that. And then when you don't run into Negate, borrows, but you're playing against Invoke Despair and that kind of thing, then Negate's obviously fantastic against Planeswalkers and all of that. So that's my best of 1 version. I hope you guys take it for a spin on the ladder. Let me know how it goes for you. But that is going to be it for tonight's video. We're going to call it a little bit shorter than usual because, yeah, I just do need to look after my Stein. He's still a little bit sick. So, again, thanks so much, guys, for bearing with me through this little rough patch. But I will see you all tomorrow with some fresh brews, as always. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.